Good morning, you bad, beautiful bitches. You, it is Wednesday morning. Happy New Year, everybody. And let me just address this right out of the gate. You know, get off my jock, all right, about the proposal, all right? We're here with a special guest, my girlfriend. Yes, girlfriend, not fiance, Ashley DeMato.
Thank you. But in regards to fiance, 2023 is the year, right? Because you said 2022. Like January 2023?
Happy New Year, everyone. It's going to be a little, it's, you know what's weird?
That I'm not engaged yet?
I have some great things planned, all right, for this. But this could be your year, you know?
It could be.
So I like a good New Year's Eve engagement. So
Kevin,
this time next year could be great, you know?
I can't stand you.
Neither here nor there. This episode is all about assumptions, okay? A lot of assumptions going on in the Cooney DeMato household, soon to be Cooney household. Whoa, hello. That's the first assumption. People assume on the internet we're already engaged.
I know.
My comment section in New Year's was rampant.
I did actually start feeling bad for you. Like, you uploaded something completely irrelevant to an engagement. I think it was like your morning alarm, and every single comment was like, if you don't propose tonight, Kevin, if you don't, like, no one's even like listening to the morning alarm.
It was crazy.
Anymore.
I posted a Flip Life video, like turning trash into cash. If it's free, it's for me. And everyone's like, fuck off. And they're like, what? I'm like, I'm just giving you a great way to make some side cash. People are like, yeah, well, burn in hell. All right, where's the ring, Kevin? Jeez.
There was my favorite comment section on one of my videos on New Year's. All these people from like literally around the country were talking about booking flights to go hang out together they were talking about like who's bringing the pizza, who's bringing the drinks, because they were gonna like hang out and watch, like wait for the proposal. They were in Ring Watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, they'd wait for it on social media?
Yeah, but they were gonna fly together and hang out.
Whoa, jeez. I got a lot
let
of
them down.
Well, you know, I got a lot of like, we ride at dawn if there's no ring, Kevin. You know, why don't you get off my jock? All right, I can't say it enough. You know, good Lord, it's coming. The ring's coming. All right, prepare to be dazzled.
Oh, I'm prepared.
Okay, well,
it is funny though, the people who think that we're already engaged. I've gotten like it two ways. One, that we're already engaged, but we want to be able to like appreciate this time together before it becomes public because our relationship's public, which like I can see that and I understand, like that's very nice that people, you know, think that. And the other one is that we're already engaged, but we just find the content, like we want the content and the views, which that one kills me though, because I'm like, guys, do you not, like, first off,
sounds exhausting.
When I have a ring on my left hand, it's going to be my whole personality. People are going to be like, how's your day? And I'm going to be like, I don't know. So no, I'm not hiding it for that. And then two, the content we can make once we are engaged, like, it's not for content.
Yeah, that's the between Ashley and I, our content style is just documenting our normal life, and kind of making a joke of it, you know. Exactly. But I think the anticipation is like, really eating at people.
It's fun though. I mean, like, I'm happy that people care.
Yeah, it's a little it's a little weird, you know. I've never had New Year's Eve. Normally it's all like my DMs in the past New Year's are like, oh, can't wait for the next year. Happy New Year. And this one was like, cut my life in two pieces. It was, people were like brutal, you know, like hundreds of DMs and comments being like, we ride at dawn. All these women, we ride at dawn if there's no ring. And I was like, it's going to be a rough morning.
It definitely got aggressive. Like some girl, even on New Year's Day, messaged
like Paul Revere.
They were riding at dawn.
Yeah.
Some girl on New Year's Day, I don't think she meant any offense by it, but she like DM'd me. She's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, I'm sorry for what? Like, why are you sorry? And she's like, that you're not engaged. Like, honey, he still loves you. Don't worry. And I was like, there's nothing to be sorry about. Like, I made it into 2023. I'm alive. I'm healthy. I'm well. Like, there's no need. Like, I guess I'm sorry that you're sorry. But it's funny. It's been funny.
Yeah, it's been weird. That's so glad we cleared that up. Assumption number one. All right.
We're not engaged.
Why don't you? Yeah. Why don't we give a 3, 2, 1? Get off my jock together. All right.
No.
Okay, just me. Yeah. Get off my jock. All right. The ring's coming. Good Lord.
Pressure makes diamonds, honey. I'm staying on that.
Pressure does make diamonds, and boy, the pressure is mounting. Okay.
Fabulous.
But it's, you know.
Goal accomplished.
Yeah. Assumption number one cleared up.
Cool.
Assumption number 2, a big one.
What's this one?
This one you deal with more than me, obviously, and I kind of push you in that direction.
Okay.
A lot of people think her Boston accent is fake.
Oh my God.
Anything. What if there would be one thing, maybe a little bit of a rant? I kind of like to get her going. You know, that you want to just say to the haters, just to, you know, pretend. Maybe you look at me and pretend I'm a Karen. It's like, that accent's so fake. She's definitely from like North Shore.
Stop it.
Anything you want to say to
North
those
Shore,
people?
Not South Shore.
What was it?
Kevin? No, honestly, so some girl at work the other day heard me talking, and she was like, I won't lie, like, I thought yours was fake. And I was like, well, I'm happy you met me in person. And I feel bad because, like, I that's one thing I get really, I don't want to say defensive about, but, like, it bothers me so much because my entire life growing up in East D, I was never told my accent's fake because
everybody
sounds like
in East
that.
Boston has an accent.
Right. And then I graduated college and everyone and their mother decides to move down to Boston. And I remember, like, one of my first times I went out post-college, everyone was like, Ash, when did you move here? Like, 1994. Like, get out of my city. And now, like, I'm born and raised here, and somehow I'm being attacked for the way I sound. So it gets me so upset.
Well, it's because I feel like the Boston accent, in some regard, is like lost. Like, it's tough to find like an authentic Boston accent
because everyone else came in.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, it's pricey.
You know what we should do that we have? Actually, I get a lot of comments on this this is what stirred the idea in my brain. I think we should. You say a Boston word.
Yep.
And then I'll look at me as kind of your speech coach for this session here. And then we'll just see what it sounds like if you were to actually add in the R, you know?
Yeah.
I think this would be good. This is a little good test. You can't try. Let's just warm up. Try rolling your R. Say Enrique.
You know I can't roll them.
Enrique. I'm your speech coach. I'm no longer your.
Enrique.
No. Enrique.
Enrique.
Arriba.
Arriba.
Come on. Do it. Arriba. Arriba.
That's not even an ah anymore. That's just like
Arriba.
no.
I'm not even sure what that means. Like, may or may not have to edit that out. That's like offensive anyway. I don't know what that means. You know. One more. Enrique.
Enrique.
Wow. All right. Say Carter.
Carter.
Now say Carter.
Carter.
Wow, it's interesting. One more time. Carter.
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 Carter. I'm just doing what you were doing.
Say Tyler.
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 Okay. It's interesting. Your voice like influx up on those.
I can keep it Tyler. How's that?
Yeah, I mean it's one more time with the Carter.
Carter.
Carter with the toss the R. Carter.
Carter.
That is barely correct, right? Good Lord. I do love your accent.
Thank you.
Just let the jury know I love your accent. I am not on the people's side. I am on your side with this.
What are the assumptions was that you actually find my accent sexy? And I was like, I don't know about that one.
Bold assumption. Kidding. That is, yeah, that's, it is a tough one. My mother listens to the show, but boy, the Boston accent late at night in bed is just hot. It's a little strange. It's a little much at
My father
times.
listens to this show.
Good sir of the Lord, how is your day going, everybody? If you're just tuning in, we're talking about nothing, and you should probably tune out, okay? Nothing to see or listen to here now. Anywho, you had a couple questions on the internet that you took down that I know you wanted to get to.
Let's see. Well, there were some good ones.
We put these, Ashley actually turned me on to this. It's an anonymous link you can put out there. What's it? Not Gonna Lie, this is the app.
NGL or something.
You can put on your Instagram story. It's an anonymous story. People ask actually awesome questions now because we don't know who they're really coming to, or from rather. So fire away when ready.
Cool. I think this one's like a pretty good one. We kind of touched upon it, but I think it goes into like the assumptions, the whole vibe of this episode. But the assumption is that we don't like how public our relationship is. And I think, one, that's wrong. I think that, you know, of course, there's things that we do keep private, of course. But I do think having it public also allowed us to grow in a different way. But that going into assumptions is that, you know, we decide to show our lives and our relationship on social media. So people think that they know everything about us through that. So they can make these assumptions. They know everything about us. But in reality, we're still only giving them what we want to give these people, or whoever decides to listen and watch. So people don't know as much about us as they may think they do. You know?
Or then only see a portion of what we put out there on the internet and then judge us based on that portion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good call out.
Yeah. I think we do a pretty good job, though, at balancing that, you know. We like to spread, like, positive, funny content. And you kind of posted a thing the other day on your Instagram about us. And, like, we just, like, first date, we were, like, just the same people. Like, we spoke about everything.
Also got diarrhea on that first date. Just so the jury knows.
Yeah, I was just trying to speak, you know.
Absolutely. Back to you.
Lightly.
Right.
But I think, you know, it's good. Like, we share what we want to share, and then we like everything to be lighthearted and positive and funny, and, you know, our relationship is built on humility. What?
You just... What does a pirate say? What does a pirate say?
Aye, aye, pirate.
Okay. Say, are you ready?
You ready?
What?
I should be an eye patch or something.
Wow.
But yeah, what do you think about our relationship being public? Did
I
you
like
ever
it.
think you would have one, like a public relationship?
No. Nope. But I like it. I thoroughly enjoy it. Some people find it uncomfortable to put your whole life on the internet, but I think it's a great point. You get judged a lot. You're only showing probably 30% under the hood of the relationship, and you're getting then judged on that 30%. So people think they know everything about, you know, your relationship. One thing I know you got a little heat for that I think would be great to talk about is kind of our roles in this relationship. And I know this only works for us. This isn't some blanket statement.
No.
But what works great for us and what we're interested in is can you hear my stomach growling?
Oh God.
Do you hear that?
I'll treat you to some pancakes after this.
I am starving.
Me too.
We should get breakfast. Something that works well in this relationship, not for all relationships, but it's something we more of our strengths, honestly, is Ashley takes care of everything at the home. Everything. She grocery shops. She's cooking dinners. She turned my apartment, which was like literally like a bachelor pad, into like a warm, cozy home, you know? We have more candles than I think I've ever seen in like we are potentially our own little, you know, Bath and Body Works in there, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that's something that what you got to do what works for your relationship, for your lifestyle. For one, like, not only is everyone different, but also everyone has like different jobs that they're out of the house at different times. So what works for us isn't going to work for everyone. But with that being said, what works for us is, you know, focusing on us being a partnership opposed to like two individuals just living together. Because then that's a roommate right there, you know. And if that's what works for you and your significant other is to be more in that roommate type of standpoint, that's totally fine. Like, that's awesome. That's great. Good for you guys. But what works for us to be a partnership is that we focus on our strengths and what we enjoy doing. We were kind of talking about this the other day. Like, when you are done with dinner and you bring your dishes to the sink and you try to wash them, I immediately yell at you every time. Do I not?
She does get a little testy. It was an adjustment.
Do not do it. You stink at doing the dishes.
Right.
So why are you going to do them? You hate doing them. You're not good at them. And then when you do them, they're crusty and they're never clean, and then I have to redo it, so it makes more work for me. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you know not to do it. It's not that you're not putting in effort. You're not good at it. I'm good at it. I like doing it. However, now, if I was supposed to sit there and do the financial spreadsheets that you get so giddy about doing, we would be in red negative every single time.
Your balance sheet is a little scary.
And we would not have a roof over our head.
Right.
So that's what you're good at. That's what you enjoy doing. That's what you do. Like, we focus on our strengths and what we enjoy doing, and like, it works out so well. Yeah,
100%. Something that, just to kind of boil it down and sum it up, what works for us is I cover the finances.
Yeah.
So the rent, you know, car payments, that sort of thing. Ashley covers everything in the house. She's like, we got to come up. You're like chief heart officer.
Thank you.
That should be your role.
Chief heart officer.
We'll come up with something that works, you
I'm
know?
also Italian though, so like that, like making something a home is
CHO.
CHO. Cho.
Okay.
Like a chew.
Right. Wow. You could add a DE at the end of that, and boy, does that change the whole thing, huh?
Kevin. Like, why?
Again, if you're just tuning in, tune out, because we're talking, it's just CHO. I like that.
Yeah.
You're the chief heart officer of our household.
Perfect. And then there's also, and again, like what we were saying though, like this is what works. Like when we have kids, like I cannot wait to like, I mean, you're obviously taking care of the kids too, but I can't wait for that to be like my main priority. I think something that like nowadays is frowned upon, not frowned upon, but I think it's amazing that we can do whatever we want to do, but to remember that motherhood is still such an amazing, important role. You know, like that's the next generation. We are literally like teaching the next generation. And I think nowadays it's so looked down upon.
100%.
To like be proud to be a mother and to be a stay-at-home mom. And I cannot wait to do that and teach our kids.
Yep.
And again, that's not what's going to work for everyone.
When the hell was that lost?
I have no idea.
Being a stay-at-home mom became like this. Oh, she's just gonna stay home.
Right.
You're raising your own kids. You're raising the future here. When did that become not important anymore?
And like I mean, every single, how many times do you run into like maybe an older friend of ours that is like, oh no, it's great to have like a niece and nephew because you can spend time with them, but then you don't have to keep them.
Right.
So like already you're like showing how hard it is to be a constant. Don't give me that look. You know what I said.
I didn't catch what was it? How what?
It's so hard to be a parent because you're literally with this child 24/7 who looks up to you for everything. You know what I mean?
100%.
So we're already admitting to it being a very hard role.
Right.
So let's acknowledge that. Let's like, you know, applaud like these mothers and these parents who are doing that. And financially it's not possible for everyone, but you know,
that's big takeaway. This is only what works in our relationship, right? I cover the finances. She takes care of everything at the house. She is the CHO, Chief Heart Officer. That's a great working title. Cause you try saying it. Chief Heart Officer.
Oh, Chief Heart Officer.
Right. What's a synonym for heart? You came from the medical field. Hands where I can see them because I don't know what you're saying anymore. What's a synonym for
like maybe Chief Love Cop?
That sounds a little
a cho. I'm a cho.
Wow. Yeah, I think that again, just what works.
Tattooed across my neck.
Cho.
Chest, not
yeah. Okay. Wow. That, and again, this is just what works for us, okay? Don't come after us being like, ooh, I can already see the comment section of
you brought it up because the assumption was that they tried like coming at me being all rude. They're like, Kevin takes care of all the finances, or Kevin carries all the financial weight. And I was like, correct.
I do. And boy, do I enjoy it. You know, we were talking about this the other day, if roles were reversed, I might be leaping from the Tobin. Okay. I don't know if I could handle that, you know? Because that, especially once you get kids involved, like that's a whole nother ball game that I know nothing about. Very much want to be active and a part of that, but like, I can't be the CHO of that. You know, I look at relationships almost like a business. Like you have to have the CFO in place, you have to have the CEO in place, and now you have to have the CHO. Hello.
Yeah.
Any other assumptions out there that are going on in your Italian stallion, East Boston brain?
There was one assumption yesterday. I kind of just let it slide by, but I think it's kind of funny to touch upon too. This was kind of a mean one. We don't get a lot of mean ones. A lot of like the assumptions.
Very little hate.
Yeah.
Very little hate.
A lot of the assumptions, and we can even talk about this too, is that we don't really like fight ever, which is actually very true. And I think it's because we found what works for us, like everything we just talked about. So there's no really need to argue. We have our roles and we're good at them. We're very open. We talk to each other about everything. But one of them was that I love you more than you love me.
That was an assumption?
And I was like, if only they saw you.
I don't even know what she's talking about. That doesn't even sound like me.
Like baby voice at night. You're like, hello.
I don't do that. I don't do the baby voice. Okay, jeez.
But I found that really funny.
That's who's was this in your anonymous
It was the
thing?
anonymous one, yeah. So I mean, everyone gets really, ballsy behind anonymous, but I just found that really funny because I was like, if only they, we love each other equally, but if only they
50-50 partnership in this LLC,
Because I mean, that also goes back to, like the beginning of our relationship. I think it was like date one, mind you, our first date was like an 8-hour-long day.
This is diarrhea date?
Yeah, Kevin. Diarrhea date.
Okay, just so the jury knows. Diarrhea date. You eat hot Italian subs on a summer day that are not cooled. I'm getting diarrhea just thinking about it.
Well, the best part was that you did cool them on ice, but it was so hot. So then.
I'm so glad we got that on camera. We got to keep that in. Whole thing, keep it in.
Kevin, you saw that coming. You just pointed.
Sorry. I knew that'd be great footage. Sometimes you gotta take one for the team. Oh man, that was perfect. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm fine.
You okay? How's your dome?
Oh, I'm fine.
We'll keep all that in. That was perfect. That was for those of you listening and not watching. I bought these sheets of wood. That is our backdrop, and one just folded and collapsed on Ashley. You okay? Is your noggin good?
I got plenty of it up there. Don't worry. It's not like it crushed yours.
That happened in slow motion. That was happening. I was literally like, bam!
You finished all your coffee?
Rapid fire. Don't even think about it. Repeat after me just one time. I think this is like a funny bit. Every time you come on, we have to do this. Maybe this is how we end the show.
Yeah.
Tyler.
Tyler.
Garden. Muffler. You hear my stomach rumbling?
We gotta go eat.
It's uncanny. Bumper.
Bumper.
What are our other ones? I think we got the essentials.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the No Limit Show. Hugs and kisses. Love ya.